the four teams: West Indies, slightly favorites; Sri Lanka. This is going to be their first international tournament since March of 2020. We cannot believe it, but that's what it is, and that's how it is happening. Ireland have a lot of plenty to play for, and Netherlands could be the dark horses. Marina, let me come to you. How do you define this particular group? Which team are you excited about? Who's going to dominate? Which are the players you want to look for?
Well, definitely West Indies has a very big chance. And talking about other two, I would love to see Ireland grabbing this opportunity. They've been around playing some good cricket. Especially, a lot of change has been seen when the central contracts were introduced, and they look more professional now and more stable. So I would love them to probably grab this opportunity and become a more stable team. Talking about Sri Lanka, yes, they haven't played any international cricket that can play a big role. But again, I think that they have some experienced players, and they do depend on a lot on Atapattu. But I also like Harshita. She's been developing and evolving a lot. So yes, there can be a mix in matches, but again, it all depends on how they approach this tournament, because they've known that to come back and make good comebacks and play a stable cricket. But definitely, West Indies, Ireland, and Sri Lanka probably, I think, are the pickups for this group.
So Marina clearly says not Netherlands, but the other three teams will qualify for the Super Six. Ananya, your thoughts on this particular group?
I think I have to agree with Marina. West Indies, I feel like when you look at the group, are probably the runaway favorites, simply because of the firepower and the superstars in their lineup. But again, we have seen with West Indies that they're so heavily dependent on those superstars that sometimes when they don't click, they are vulnerable. So it will be interesting to see when they're put under pressure of how they do react to that. But I do feel like West Indies are probably favorites. Sri Lanka under a new coach this time, so that will be interesting to see how their approach changes, if it changes at all. Because they've had several training camps over the last while. I know they haven't played international cricket, but they've been together since July, training on and off. So it will be interesting to see how they come forward in this tournament. But again, I'm very excited about Ireland as well. I feel like players like Gabby Lewis, she was involved in the 100. She played a bit in the RHF Trophy, and she's just been scoring runs for fun over the last while. And I think it will be a big test for her to come out here, in a global tournament with qualification on the line, and with Ireland having a realistic chance of actually, pushing into that top three. I'm really excited to see how they come and respond to the pressure. But yeah, I agree with Marina's choices for the Super Six.